What's up, YouTube? You know who it is. Midwest Tool Review back here again. So this video is a shout out to Doc over at LastBestTool and CPthetooladdict, celebrity in his own right now. So that being said, they both apparently did videos. I know Doc just did one here recently, but I think CP made a note in one of his recent videos too about the benefits of buying used tools. And so I want to jump on the bandwagon for no other reason than to say, yeah, those guys are absolutely right. And I would just simply share from my EDC box what all I bought that's used. Well, everything that's in this EDC box is used. Not a single tool was purchased in this EDC box that is brand new. Not all of it is super high dollar, but a good portion of it, in fact, is. And so I want to show you guys what we got. So for wrenches, going to garage sales, and I know Doc talked about it, estate sales, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, you can find some really good deals. I mean, I've got things from Williams, Wright, not that, some old Cobalt USA, which was also built by Williams, some Blackhawk, some Mac, some Cornwell, more Wright, more Snap-on, more Mac, more Mac, more Mac, Mac, Cornwell. You guys get the point. And then for metric wrenches, the same thing kind of continues. Cobalt USA, Matco, more USA stuff, more USA stuff there, Snap-on here. So it goes on, right? When we talk about ratchets, all my ratchets are, in fact, used as well. None of them being, well, that's not true. I got one that's brand new, but that's the Ulsa Tools one that was sent to me from Ulsa. But all of the other ratchets in here are Snap-on, and all of them of which are used. All the Snap-on ones, that is. Let's see here. These are cheapos. They're Harbor Freight Icons. They're new. When it comes to sockets, let's see here. My Cobalt or my Craftsman USA sockets are used. I think that's pretty much it. The rest of them are all new, I think, for the most part. All my breaker bars, all my pry bars, long screwdrivers, they're all used. All my screwdrivers are used. My impacts are used. My adjustables are used. This whole set of Snap-on sockets from, I think, 8 to 22, every single one of them are used. And these pouches here, I carry just like extra sockets and things of that nature. Every single one of them is used. Snap-on sockets, as you can see, old plumb, extensions that are used, just random stuff that I carry, and all of it being used, guys. Make sure that you, just like Doc over at LastBestTool and CPthetooladdict said, make sure you guys are looking for deals. I mean, my whole channel is built upon the principle of being able to build an absolute fantastic tool setup with used tools, and I think I've accomplished that. I think I was one of the very first channels out there that ever did that, was really trying to push the narrative, if you will, that you can build the best toolbox possible without spending the most amount of money. And I think for the most part, I've achieved that. So, but yeah, guys, go out there and find yourselves some used tools. Search around, especially for like things that you don't use all the time. And what I mean by that is like SAE. All those SAE USA made wrenches, no one really uses SAE that much now. I got a lot there, but because I pick them up at garage sales, clean them up, and I throw them in that bag, right? You can never have enough tools. But for the most part, they all are in fact used. They all were purchased for a couple of dollars each, and I just pick them up along the way. Same thing with some of the metric wrenches. They're not brand new. They are used, and pick them up for 50 cents on a dollar, so on and so forth. Even the sockets the same way. So go out there, look for some good deals. They're out there. And for like those tools that you don't use that often, like adjustable wrenches, that's another one. Maybe some of the longer screwdrivers, you don't use it that often. I mean, some of the picks you may not use very often either. Pick up some of those tools used, and save yourself a lot of money And you can have a really nice setup really fast, because the fortunate thing is there are a lot of people who unfortunately spend a lot of brand new money, meaning that they go out and jump on the trucks and they buy this stuff up, and then they realize, you know, 6 months to a year down the road, they can't afford it, or something comes up in their life and they have to make some tough decisions, which I talked about in a previous video. And so they end up selling these things. And like Doc mentioned in his video, you know, people find themselves in a life predicament, and luckily enough, you come to them and you make them a fair offer, and you can walk away with some really cool tools that don't cost you a lot of money. And at the same time, you're helping them out. Obviously, they're not getting probably the highest return on investment, but they are making some type of return on their investment, and hopefully that is enough to help get them to the next stage of their life. So you could be, you know, helping someone out potentially by being able to buy some things that they otherwise could not probably move. So just think about it that way as well. And I know that people talk about stolen tools. That happens, right? People, you know, it happens. Like CP said in his video, if you're going to buy a toolbox or a tool cart, a service cart, something like that, make sure that it has a security number, the serial number on the back of it, and then call it in, find a dealer, any dealer, say, hey, run this number, and make sure that it is a good purchase, right? You don't want to be buying someone else's unpaid or stolen property. So when it comes to a hand tool, there's no way in the world to know if that tool is paid or paid off, or paid or not paid. So it is what it is at that point. Same thing goes with stuff you find in a pawn shop, right? You don't know, pawn shop doesn't know if the guy made all of his Matco payments or Snap-on payments, but you know, it is one of those things. So hopefully he did, and hopefully you're buying from a reputable person. So, but yeah, guys, go out there and get you some used tools, like Doc said and CP said. Yeah, it won't cost you a whole lot, and you can keep yourselves off the truck. All right, catch you in the next one. Peace.